Hello everybody and welcome to my first update for my lipstick roulette challenge or project. I mentioned in my intro, which in case you missed it, I will have linked it down below so you can go check it out. That's kind of where I talk about my thoughts for the project and outline kind of all the little details and everything. So this is just going to be a little update. I've used 12 lip products since the intro, not including cashmere, which was included in the intro. So I did not include cashmere in this video. So I will go through the 12 that I used. I will also be showing you a lip swatch, like I did a live lip swatch, and I will show a hand or arm swatch as well. And if I happen to take any pictures while I was wearing that lipstick in my day-to-day life, I will include that as well. But there's not a picture for everything. There's some days where I just couldn't get a good picture. No matter how hard I tried, something was just not working. So there's not a picture every day. It just didn't happen, and I didn't get video clip because that would be pretty much impossible. I hope you guys will still enjoy this anyway, this format, the way that I'm trying it out anyway. If you have any suggestions, any constructive criticism, it's more than welcome. You guys helped me so much to figure out how I wanted to do this. And I even have a spreadsheet, and it's on Google Docs, so I will also have that link down below in case you want to check it out. It's not my original idea for the spreadsheet. Someone gave me the idea in the comments of my intro, and then the spreadsheet is a modified version of one that I got off of someone from Reddit like last year. I went to Google Docs and I saw it had saved all the ones that I had looked at previously that people had uploaded for makeup rehab on Reddit, and I just took this one particular one that interested me because it was kind of color-coded and broken down by the different shades of lipsticks, and I was like, that's fantastic. I didn't need the whole inventory, so I just modified it for my purposes. So it's not my original spreadsheet, it's modified. I'm not entirely sure who owns it because in the description of like what the spreadsheet is, it doesn't have the person's username, so I can't credit them. But I just don't want anyone to think I'm taking credit for it. It's not my original thing. I just modified it for my purposes. Anyway, moving on. So I will also have the score of the lipstick written on the screen when I show like the swatches of it. I will have the score of it, and I'll just gonna talk about it and talk about my experience. And I'm gonna be going from somewhat lightest to darkest. So the first one isn't entirely what I'd consider a lipstick, but it's kind of one of those in-between products, and this is a little deluxe size of the bareMinerals Pop of Passion in Pink Passion, and it's very glossy, and it's sheer and nice and nothing special. I have it listed in my spreadsheet as something to project pan, and it already is in my Project 100 pan, although the lip products in there is, I'm kind of taking a break on it because I'm doing this instead, because I think this is going to be more valuable than just trying to finish things. This is just one of those things that's like, it's okay. I don't hate it. It's good to give myself a break from like the super drying matte lipsticks, like the liquid matte lipsticks that I'm always wearing recently. So this is a good break. This is a good relief. And I found myself reapplying this when I wore it to work a lot. I just kept reapplying it. So I feel like this is a product that when it comes time to panning and I remember to do that, I'll bring it to work and just keep reapplying it, and I don't think it will last very long at all. I've been working through a lot of my Velveteens from Lime Crime, and I've been piecing together the ideas and suggestions that you guys left for me in the comments of my intro video. It was Amber F who suggested I go through all of one brand, like one type first, and that was a really great suggestion. I've kind of modified it a little bit as well because I realized going through so many of my Velveteens that as much as I love them, sometimes I want something different. So I've learned that about myself already so far, going through as many as I have, that I don't always want to wear the same formula of a lipstick day in and day out. And there's some of my Velveteens that are not quite work appropriate, so I have to be a little bit careful about that as well. So my Roulette is not entirely random. When I can, I am honestly choosing blindly. I'm just reaching into the box and picking something out, but sometimes I'm planning my eye look first, and then I need to pick the lipstick afterwards, but I'm going from the box and I'm not repeating anything. So anyway, the first Velveteen I have here is Marshmallow, and this is just such a beautiful nude pinky shade that is so flattering on its own. I absolutely love it. I ended up mixing this with a much darker Velveteen, which I'll mention near the end, because that one wasn't work appropriate. So this is one that's like really versatile. This is a Velveteen and a liquid lipstick in general that I can just mix with other things to create something that's really wearable. And that's the best thing about it, is that I can wear it on its own and I can mix it with things that are darker to make it a more custom shade. And that's what I really like about liquid lipsticks, is that I find that they're more versatile than tube, and especially the light ones. You can just mix and match things, and I love that so much. So this is definitely a winner, and this is a keep for sure. And in case anybody was wondering, I don't have any at all that I'm getting rid of this round out of this 12. So just so you guys know, I have been working through some of the ones that I really like first. The next one I have is another liquid lipstick, but this is a NYX lip lingerie. This is in Lace Detail, and I really like the NYX lip lingerie. I think out of all the accessible like drugstore formulas for liquid lipsticks, these are my favorite. This shade I wasn't as crazy about when I wore it, but then reapplying it tonight, trying out the lip swatch, I really liked it again. So it's one of those kind of things, like it depends what makeup look I'm doing. And when I did the lip swatches, I purposely kept everything really neutral. I still have my black lipstick on now, but just when you'll see the swatches, and I just didn't have anything else on. I mean, I've got false eyelashes on, but I don't have any eyeshadow on. I have a little bit of black eyeliner, and my blush is really neutral. I just kept everything really neutral so that I could show you guys just really what the lip product looks like on me. This one does tend to lean a little bit warm, so it ends up a little tiny bit orange, and it's more noticeable depending on what kind of an eye look I'm doing. And if I have a really cool toned eye, which is the mistake I made when I put this on, instead of being complementary, it just pulled out more of the orange in this lipstick, so then they just kind of really clashed, and I needed a more neutral or cool toned lipstick to go with the eye look that I was doing. So that was my fault. This does work for me, but that's why I did end up rating it a little bit lower. But in general, I really love this formula, so I will be keeping these. I have an Urban Decay lipstick. This is the old formula. This is one of the Revolution lipsticks. This is in Stark Naked. I did not like this color on me at all, which was surprising because I tried the Vice lipstick in Stark Naked. I had the little sampler that was in my hashtag 365 days of samples, and I loved it so much. And it was such a flattering nude shade on me. It just looked perfect. It honestly just looked like a perfect nude shade. And I thought that, I was like, great, I'll just use this one up and, you know, take my time with it, whatever. And then when I finish it, I can buy the new version of it because I know I like it. I did not like this. And so it leads me to believe that the Vice version of it is much different. So I've put this on my list to pan because I do not like this shade, but it's one that is workable. So this might end up being decluttered once I go through more of my lip products. So we'll see when it comes to this one. It was just really disappointing considering how much I liked the Vice version. Another Velveteen, this is Bleached. This one is really pink on me. Very, very pink. And I got this because I looked at a lot of lip swatches and it looked like a very beautiful light nude shade. It did have like a little bit of pink in it, but it didn't look as pink as it does on me. So a little bit disappointed in that it's not what I thought it was going to be, but it works. I'm not into pinks right now, so it's one of those things that I wouldn't have purchased if I knew what it was going to look like on me, but I didn't get a chance to try it out, so I didn't know that it was going to look as pink and not as nude on me. So I will keep this one, and hopefully I will come back around to pinks again. Another Velveteen, this is Buffy, like a soft brown shade. On some people it looks like a nude, but because I have such fair skin, this is more brown on me and I don't mind that. I love it. It's Buffy, so it makes me think of the 90s, and I like it. It's not the most flattering shade on me again. It's sort of like the NYX one color wise, that it can pull a little bit orange. Like, it's definitely a little bit warm, not cool. So when I do a cool toned eye, there's too much contrast going on there. And I was going to mention my undertones for anybody watching, because I think it's very important. I am a very cool toned person in the MAC world. The MAC foundation shade that matches me is an NW13, just so you guys know. Another liquid lipstick, different formula. This is a new one to me. This is from ColourPop. It's an ultra satin lip, and this is in the shade Mess Around, and this is a beautiful cool toned brown. I love cool tone lipsticks. Ever since I really put together the whole cool tone look with cashmere, like I've always been fighting against the cool tones, but I really do like warm toned shadows, so warm toned shadows tend to pair better with a warm toned lipstick. But the cool toned shadows, cool toned everything, cool toned lips looks good. So good on me because I'm cool toned. So this cool toned shade, so good. I would just wear cool tone lipsticks all the time, and that's why I got this one, is because I needed some more cool toned versions of things, and I've been going crazy for ColourPop because of the international shipping promo. So I did not like the ultra satin lip formula at first because I found it to be a little bit too sticky, a little bit too tacky. Like when you did that, it felt like my lips were sticking together a little bit too much. But if you do that a couple times, that tackiness kind of goes away, and you just have a very comfortable sort of matte looking lips. Honestly, it does not look very shiny. It doesn't look kind of like satin at all once you do that pucker thing a few times. So I've come around to the ultra satins, and I do really, really like them now, almost too much. And these are such a good, affordable lip product, and there's so many different colors and shades. I'm very, very impressed with ColourPop, and if you are, no matter where you are right now because of the international shipping promo, I mean, depending on what you would have to pay for customs and duties and all that stuff if you're international, but if you're in the US, for sure, you've got it made because these are so affordable and they're fantastic. Like, these are some of my favorite things that I've ever put on my lips. The Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in Shameless is a beautiful but really hard to apply because of the shape of the crayon. It's that beautiful purple color, and I love it because it's so vibrant and it feels so comfortable and cooling on the lips, but it's hard to apply. And this is something that I would probably really get rid of if I wasn't willing to work with it, and I found out that it's discontinued. And so I'm absolutely willing to work with it because I love the color and I really do like the formula. It's just the application. It's the packaging and the application. Like, I don't mind the packaging, but I kind of wish that the crayon was like a little bit thinner, not as thick, because it's hard to get kind of precise. So when I could see it when I was doing my lip swatch that it was just really difficult. So this is something that I'm gonna have to work harder with. Use a lip brush. I will make it work because the color is so beautiful. Again, with the Velveteens, this one is Wicked, and this is not a typical shade for me, and this is actually not one that I flat out purchased. This was a gift with purchase, because when I placed my big Lime Crime order, there was a promo deal, and if you spent so much, you got the Venus eye palette and this lipstick bundle, and I really wanted the eye palette anyway, and there was a bunch of Velveteens I wanted, so this was just sort of the extra thing. I didn't wear it for the longest time. I did wear it in my, I believe, hashtag 365 days of samples update, my previous one. I did a whole like grungy red eye and then the red lips, and I liked it. I have a really hard time applying red lipstick because there's something about the red color and even just dark lipsticks in general that I really notice how uneven my lips are. So I keep trying to make them even. So then I keep like overlining my lips until it just looks absolutely ridiculous. So the lip swatch for this turned out terribly because I just went nuts. I apologize for how crazy the lip swatch looks, but I do like the shade for what I would wear it for, which is the whole grungy eye thing. It's a dark red, which I like as well. I definitely am all about darker reds and reds that lean a little bit more like purple, a little bit more brown. Those shades I really, really like and will get use out of. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of my lighter, brighter reds because I will not be going anywhere near those. So this is definitely more wearable for me. Another Velveteen, this one is Jinx, and it's a beautiful purple sort of eggplant color, and kind of just like Wicked, those two shades, like the darker Velveteens and darker liquid lipsticks in general, really benefit from a lip liner, and the Velveteens I find look better and last longer if you do a very thin layer, and that always works better with a lip liner underneath. So I didn't use lip liners when I did these lip swatches. This is just how they look on me. But something like Jinx doesn't have the longevity like other shades in the Velveteens do. This one is very, very liquidy, and it just does a lot better, performs a lot better if I put a lip liner down first, somewhat matching just like a purple lip liner, and then put a light coat of this over top. It will last a lot better. So it's very workable on its own. It's not something that I would reach for like in a rush, because it's definitely high maintenance for sure. This particular one is a little bit different than some of the other ones. So it's definitely workable, and I really do like the color. So this is the Velveteen I was mentioning at the beginning with Marshmallow. This is a metallic version, and this is Lana. And with this one, it's way too dark for me to wear on its own to work. It's just not workplace appropriate. So when I put this on first and then I put Marshmallow on top, it's really beautiful. I think I have a picture of it, not a very good picture. So I did like it, and I like that I could make it work for me for that situation. This is definitely a lip color though that I don't have a problem wearing. I would 100% wear it in videos. I would wear it out. Like, this is a lipstick I would wear out to go shopping or you know, wherever I was going that was not work. So that was the only sort of problem I had with using this one, but I do really like this. I really like the metallic formula. I like the way that it looks. Like, it dries down and it feels matte on your lips, but then you see that sort of shine, but it's not glittery. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And the last lipstick is the one that I'm wearing, the black lipstick. This is Kat Von D Witches. This is what I wore on Halloween when I did my Wednesday Addams look to work. I know I have a picture of that, so I will show you guys what that looks like, and it was a lot of fun, and I liked wearing black lipstick to work, and I like this one a lot. This was, or is, in my Project 5 Pan Roulette, although obviously I won't be getting much use out of this right now because of this project again, but that's fine with me. Do you guys remember a time when I didn't wear black lipstick? This has really helped break me out of my shell, so that I'm so comfortable wearing a black lipstick, and it lasts really, really well. When I wore it to work, I did pair it with a lip liner. I wore the Bull Chic lip liner from ColourPop, which paired perfectly with it, and so it does again help it perform better and last longer, and made it really easy to touch up. But in general, I find that it lasts a while. I don't really have any issues with it. So again, this has been pretty successful. I don't think I'm going to be choosing my lipsticks far in advance. Like, I know some people wanted to see me do what I do in my hashtag 365 days of samples videos, which is pull things randomly, but I don't want to commit to 12 lipsticks right now this far in advance. I want to take it day by day, because that's going to be the thing that helps me and motivates me to work through it, as opposed to just seeing what I'm limited to. As soon as I'm limited to something, I automatically want to do something else. So the fact that I'm not limiting myself, you know, I'm deciding what works for me as it comes. I'm either choosing randomly or I'm picking, but I'm still picking something different, so you won't see these ones again. So that's what's been really helpful for me anyway, and that's the way I think I'm going to keep doing it. But I'm always welcome to suggestions, ideas, comments, whatever you guys have, whatever you guys are thinking about. If you have ideas that you think might improve this, please do let me know. But don't be offended if I don't take or adapt your ideas. I really am trying to make this work the best I can for me, so that I can work through all the lipsticks I have and make my collection more manageable, and I am happier with it. I just want to be happier with this amount of stuff that I have, and that I feel like I'm comfortable with using it at all. So anyway, that is everything for my first update for my lipstick roulette. I don't have a specific date or time when these videos will be going up. Unlike my hashtag 365 days of samples, like, I can't really commit to things because of life. So I will have these videos up as often as I possibly can. So thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye.